In today's video, I'm going for the Robocop Rouge City Platinum. As a fan who has watched every single Robocop movie, including the 2014 reboot, it was a no-brainer to grab this game, and let's just say, it does not disappoint. I had such a great time. So without further ado, Robocop Rouge City ranks a 3 out of 10 difficulty and has 27 trophies, most of which is related to the story. The game opens up with a breaking news report that gets interrupted by the sub-villain, Soot. He talks some smack about Robocop, which he would soon later regret, as we arrive on the scene where Robocop gets his first of many iconic lines.
We can't go in yet. We need to wait for the reinforcements.
Reinforcements have arrived.
We clear out the lower floors of goons before we fix the elevators with some gum to get up to the upper levels. Arriving at the upper levels, I would get my first trophy for killing an enemy with a throwable object, which was a computer.
Nice and easy.
Not long after, I was faced with a hostage situation, but with my enhanced processing unit, I was able to save everyone in the room. When I was ambushed, I killed an enemy, and to add insult to injury, I shot him in a sensitive spot, which awarded me a trophy. Robocop then gets some flashbacks of his past life, which almost gets a pedestrian killed, but Lewis swoops in and saves her. After we completed the mission, our title screen plays and we get awarded a trophy for completing mission 1. After returning to the police station, I get evaluated and I have to recalibrate my aiming, and in doing so I beat 2 records for 2 trophies, 150 points and 200 points. But this wasn't good enough for me. I had to be perfect, so I stayed, and after some time I was able to get 250 points for the last shooting range trophy. The next mission had led me to the local arcade, where the owner was suspected to be a part of such drug empire, but he didn't care and shooed us away. So we investigated, where we found a person who admits they got the drugs from the owner. Since I had a confession, I was granted a warrant to look around the owner's office, where I found a drug operation as well as a secret button that unlocked me a trophy. When grabbing some jewelry, because it's not illegal if you're a police officer or a lean mean killing machine, I stumbled on an OCP skill disc, which finding my first one awarded me a trophy. I'd buy that for $1. Before continuing with the mission I was on, I stopped to help my fellow officers on a murder case, and because I'm a robot, I scanned the body, which pointed evidence to a person filming a Sunblock 5000 commercial down the road. But he denied everything, so I went to his understudy where he showed me this recording of the man committing the crime. So I went back and busted his ass on television, awarding me a trophy. In Detroit, there is a side mission called Serve and Protect, and by scanning this parking meter I would issue my first ticket, which would make me receive a trophy.
For some, to learn how not to lose the track of time is to learn how not to lose their money.
Continuing on with the mission, I found Pickles, the guy that's named Pickles, and he helps me locate a place where Soot is performing. So me and Lewis arrive at the scene, but before we investigate, she hands me a present. Me and Lewis find the entrance and barge in, eliminating many enemies on the way. Eventually, I run into a new enemy type, the suicide bomber, but shooting the gas tank explodes them to pieces. We were able to locate Soot's performance, and when he notices me, he starts the trash talking, so I murdered his entire band as he ran away with his tail between his legs. Soot wasn't a big fan of being brought to justice, so he tried to attack me, so I picked him up and slammed him full force into the edge of the table, which should have probably knocked him out. During my interrogation, Officer Lewis was captured, so I grabbed Soot again and led him to the exit where the kidnapper was. We get outside where I release Soot, who taunts the new guy, until the new guy puts 3 rounds in his chest before my glitchy program made me unable to save Lewis, and she got shot too.
Lewis!
But at the end of the mission, me and Lewis get saved and I get another trophy. During my evaluation on Mission 2, I received an A rank, which is needed for a missable trophy. As you'll see later on, this was my only A rank in the entire campaign. Anyway, as a mission reward, I received an Auto 9 computer chip. This allows me to upgrade my main weapon of mass destruction for a trophy. The next mission has me investigate the disappearance of Officer Briggs, which leads me to the Street Vultures turf, or should I say the dumbass gang.
Street Vultures are the biggest gang in Detroit.
I have a large supply of bullets.
Because of the 3 minutes I spent on aim training, I was able to shoot the gas tank of a moving bike, causing it to explode into another trophy earned, and possibly severe second-degree burns, but that's not important. I stormed the base, almost dying in the process physically and mentally, but I make it to where Robocop gets some more glitchy effects of his past, where he died, but I make it to the office where I see a recording of Officer Briggs being tortured to death. After a lot more running around and obliterating anything and everything that moves, I make it to the underground bunker where I grab a gas canister and chuck it with enough force to start a chain reaction of chemicals to explode 3 people at once, which isn't as impressive as getting my trophy. Yes, finally got that trophy. Inside the warehouse was some frozen goodies, and by that I mean our pal Officer Briggs, because when they killed him, they stored his body among many other officers. We exit the turf and have a little chat with the reporter lady, who is obnoxious to say the least.
We had a rocky start, but it wasn't personal.
Skipping forward a bit in the mission, I was up against Ed 209, which is a worse Robocop, but he was more durable then, so bullets didn't hurt him that much. But landmines and gas tanks worked just fine, so I was able to defeat this special Ed robot on my 3rd try. Finally, I am victorious. At the end of the Street Vultures turf mission, I got my trophy, 20 seconds to comply. In the next mission, I get a call about a bank heist, so me and the boys pull up and we have a little competition on who can kill the most people. Me winning, of course. Anyway, we make it to the vault where we see the manager, and he has a bomb strapped to his chest. So me, being the genius I am, set off the bomb because I can't tell the difference between 2 red wires. I saved the manager again and disposed of the bomb, and when he opened up the vault, all the money was gone, and businessman didn't really like that too much.
What the hell is this? Where is all the money?
I went after the people that stole the money and raided their base. Inside, I grabbed a communicating device before heading back to the office, ending the mission and getting me another trophy. Whilst on a quest finding a missing cat, I got enough experience points to fully upgrade one of my skill trees, and in completing that outstanding task, I was awarded the Practice Makes Perfect trophy. In the next mission, I talk with the creator of Robocop, and we have a deep philosophical talk about things I skipped over, but I'm sure it was a lovely conversation. The Ghost of the Past mission has us wander through the abandoned mall with the glitches and voices of, well, the past of Alex Murphy, before we make it to the roof, where a bunch of weird stuff happens, like killing the police force or getting shot in the head, which doesn't compare to being interrogated by Alex Murphy, then killing him. The mission is a whole can of worms. We found out that it was all a trick done by the new guy, and when Robocop realizes this, he was not on the good cop side. But in the end, we arrest him and get a trophy for it. During an intense fight with the Robocops 2.0, I killed all of them in under 10 minutes for the there can only be one trophy. The mission now was a basic prison riot, where the new guy gets busted out, and de-escalating the situation ends the mission and gets the Let's Talk trophy. In the mission Cybertrail, our psychiatrist is being targeted JFK style, so we protect her from the new guy's men. Because I stopped the assassination, they decided to burn down the building, so I escorted Mrs. Bleach to safety. Inside the burning building is a trapped cat. Henceforth, I go to rescue the cat and get the True Hero trophy. Good boy. Come on, we've got to get you out of here as well. Down in the nasty sewers where dead bodies lie about and special need forces stood at every corner. By opening up the iron door, I can explore the depths to find an enemy turret, the first in the game. In the engineering skill tree, you can get access to the hacking skill, and using it to hack an enemy turret, you get the Maybe Used Against You trophy. Jesus. Immediately after, we had to confront the old man, but when we arrive at his office, he was replaced by a friend, what's-his-name. So, defeated, I leave the area, but I get a trophy for it, so that's something. The Afterlife presentation doesn't go too well, and I'm tasked with killing the droids, as well as another Ed 209, which I blow up with a rocket launcher. This has nothing to do with the main story, but it was cool nonetheless. Skipping forward a bit, I had to disarm another bomb, and I was filled with confidence, and just look what happened. I did complete the disarming process on my next attempt, so I'm not that bad, am I? I just killed a couple dozen people. Then I went to a secret laboratory where I found some compelling evidence of illegal human experiments. We catch up to Wendell where he brags about his empire and perfect society. That sounds familiar. But when he goes for a smoke, it's revealed that the lighter he has was the cause of all those glitches. So since I fixed his control, he sends his men to do his dirty work.
You finally took care of that, huh? We'll just have to do this the old-fashioned way. Gentlemen, I'll leave you to your work.
I get outside the main building where, as you can see, I get an explosive rocket sniper and I go ham with it. But eventually I run out of ammo and I have to kill the last guy with my auto knife, which was a bit of a letdown. When I corner Wendell and his men, in a shocking twist of events, it's revealed Wendell doesn't actually pay his workers. So they all quit and Wendell tries to use his robots to fight me. So I make quick work of him to the point he has to retreat. Once more I corner Wendell and he tries to bargain with me, but I shut him down. He then tries to run for a low caliber gun, but just like the first movie, he stood no chance. But with Wendell's death, I get awarded my last end mission trophy of the entire campaign. Now the second to last trophy that I did miss on my main playthrough was one for collecting a motherboard for my Auto 9 gun. So I loaded an old safe and with my level 3 engineering I moved the train backward. And I'll let present me tell you about what I'm doing. And I get to climb up here. And you walk across here. And here. You open that. And there you go, good eyes Murphy. Now I can continue and finish the rest of the game. I swiftly head back to OCP headquarters where it comes to my attention that some monster had stormed the building. So I make it to the office where what's-his-name is being choked out by a robot, which happens to be the old man robotized. The old man kills what's-his-name and we initiate the fight. We get down to the basement where Robotron here uses all kinds of attacks, but he can't withstand my genius plays. Eventually I piss him off and he goes back to the main lobby. When I get up to the main lobby I start shooting and he does a bull charge at me, which gets him stuck on a stairwell ledge. This instantly kills all the satisfaction of victory when he's stuck with no luck. The building collapses and Terminator gets stuck under some rubble. This then turns into a choice for me, and I choose the Robocop thing to do and save the man. In doing this, more rubble falls and the old man sacrifices himself to save me, and I get to do a cool walk exiting the collapsing building.
It is me, Lewis. It has always been me.
As soon as the credits start rolling, I get the last trophy of the Platinum Journey, Nice Shooting Son, which is awarded for completing the game on any difficulty, and for your information, I completed it on extreme difficulty. What an excellent adventure to start off this year. I had an amazing time, mainly because I am a huge Robocop fan. I would highly recommend grabbing this game if it's ever on sale. In my opinion, it's worth that retail price. The campaign is a little short, but the side missions help with that. Anyway, without any more delays, I shall give a welcome place for Robocop Rogue City in my Platinum section. If you enjoyed this video, I would encourage you to like and subscribe as it helps me out a lot, and I would recommend you check out my Reality Platinum or my Bendy and the Ink Machine Platinum, which is on screen now.